that you are reacting. Reactions do not birth nations. Reactions only sustain injustices, because every time you react against an injustice, the system will put down your reaction, but in putting down that reaction, it also asserts his own capacity to impose his will. So let's move beyond reaction. I don't want anything for myself that I do not want for my neighbor. The Nigerian is forced to engage Nigeria as a tribesman. You are either an Igbo, a Yoruba, an Ijo, a Kalabari, a Fulani, and you are either something of that or the other. Nobody ever treats you as a Nigerian and a human being. The only reason that has not happened is because of the need to preserve the capacity to apply unfair advantages. So you can't have an identikit of a Nigerian. So those of us who believe that this country can be better, first thing first, love your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself. It doesn't say love your neighbor more than yourself. Let's be clear. Love your neighbor as yourself. Now that you've learned to love your neighbor as yourself, how do you come out of this mess? Because we are still in a mess. And I was talking to an idea that I said is what is required to confront the idea that we are struggling with. So what is this idea? That idea is of an egalitarian Nigeria. One that has sufficient room for each and every one of those who live within its borders. Your religiosity, your ethnicity should not matter. The class you come from should not matter. It is only when we find these commonalities that it becomes easy to isolate those who have oppressed all of us. There is only so much that can be said in one day, and only so much can be fitted into 30 minutes that I have already taken liberties by giving myself some more time. But no matter how long I stand here to talk to you, whatever I say is useless if there is no love in your heart to hear me. But when you're done embracing the love in your heart, you must also embrace one other reality, and that is the reality that tells you that however long you live, I've said it already, you will go one day. But when you're gone, what will be said that you did whilst you were here? Nigeria is laboring, is in the labor room, all right. Just as one Nigeria died in 1966, there is another Nigeria that must die. It's not that it will die, it must die. Because if that Nigeria does not die, what is being designed for my children and your children and our children's children is scary. Ideas rule the world. The Taliban waited 20 years on the strength of their ideas. America, with all of its might, got tired and left. There are Talibans in your government. They are waiting, and the only thing that will stop them are superior ideas. The only idea that I have to share with you is the one that says, love your neighbor as yourself, but insist. Are you hearing me again? Insist that you are not less than any other man. Because the entire idea of Western civilization was created on one basic biblical precept, the equality of all men. The creation and erection of feudal states is also found on one principle, the inequality, acceptable non-equality of all men. So, that second nation that needs to be bettered because this one is going to die is the one that understands that all men are equal. Thank you very much.
Okay, sorry, I'm just gonna put my camera down. I was watching something prior to that. Your million money.
Daddy.
Yes.
Oh, no, I want a bed.
All right. I was watching
Daddy.
the interview
I want a bed.
by
Daddy.
Pa Ayo or Padokun. Ìyẹn ni mò ń wò lọ prior to bear with me. I want to bring that back up. Even though I'm just sitting down holding the phone, I can sit down properly. Or what's in me. So just bear with me. I know it's pitch dark. Let me try and bring that back. The one I was watching prior to this. Nigeria is just a crime scene. What am I saying? Alright. Oh my God. Bear with me, guys. Alright, let's quickly look for it. Let's go to AIT. AIT Nigeria. Okay. That was another very fantastic interview that was granted to. So I was watching that earlier. It was Kakaki. 2 days ago, Konya. Okay.
He says,
all right, I've got it here.
Fight for peace.
All right, let me get my seat because I'm room. Let's just I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Let me bring my tripod so I can just have the because I'm watching room because I was watching it on the TV. It was an interview with Payo or Padok. So let's play it and then I'm going to bring the screen up.
Your concerns, but let me first wish you a happy.
There's nothing to wish about independence. Don't move it from there. Don't touch it.
Well, I wish I could respond.
Yeah. The screen is going to come up now, guys. Just bear with me. Mo kàn fẹ́ yọ kúrò nínú. Yeah, okay. I think the camera back.
We will get to all that as we continue this conversation. But first, let's look at the president's address.
What address? Nonsense address. Which broadcast? Nonsense one.
Right. So what do you make of the president's broadcast? He's saying that Nigeria's unity is not negotiable.
Kò ní ṣoríire. Kí ló mú ìpín kó wà negotiable?
This is in addition to several other
Kò tí ì mọ̀ kankan. Èrè lọ́rọ̀ pa ń bá wọn ṣe. So let's.
What do you make of his speech this morning?
This is in addition to the general statement. I can guess without any inhibition. It's not impressive. There's nothing
I'm just trying
to exact anyone who really is sincere with himself and who really can discern as to what has happened to Nigeria over the years. When he talks about people who are willing to see that condemning them, it's exhibiting his own bias and prejudice and sectionalism to the utmost. He has not spoken about what Meritiela is doing.
Kò sí tó kan. Olórí burúkú ni Buhari.
Legacy
Olórí
and his
burúkú ni.
personnel have been coming on board to threaten
Give me the
Nigerians,
remote. Give me the remote.
threaten Nigerian
Let
governors
me give it a bit of volume.
who are doing things in accordance with the wishes and aspirations of the people they govern. President Buhari has nothing to talk about that. His concern is about Sunday Igboho and about Kanu, who are agitators for self-determination. Self-determination in most of their lives, whether he wants it or not, is a major anthem of this millennium.
That's it.
That is why it is contained in the United Nations protocols of fundamental human rights that was enshrined in 1948. And in the 1998 African People's Rights Protocols, Section 6, Section 19, Section 21, Section 22,
and the African People's Rights guarantees self-determination. Both Kano and Sunday Igboho are not asking for more. Those conventions stipulate, quite frankly, that there is no room. It is unacceptable for any group to dominate the other people. In the Nigeria setting, a sectional group have been dominating the political atmosphere. As a consequence of the military violent insurrection against democratic government of Alhaji Tafawa Balewa, they have overrun Nigeria, suspended the negotiated federal constitutional governance, and substituted for it series of decrees that have centralized and unitarized Nigeria from 1966 to today. The consequence has been that government policy has thrived on unfairness, on injustice, on inequity, on total disregard, wanting disregard for the propagation, defense, and consolidation of the rule of law. And yet, any ruler in this modern day, feign ignorance, speaking sometimes from the two sides of his mouth as if those things are not existing, and you want unity. That's the unity of the graveyard that you are looking for. When a sectional group have been in overall control and violating even the disputed forgery called 1999 Constitution that was brought into existence by Decree 24 of 1999. Under the Part 2, dealing with fundamental objectives and directive principle of state policy, Section 14, Subsection 3 says no agency of government will be so dominated in summary by any particular group or section. It has to take into cognizance that we are an heterogeneous nation with over 350 ethnic different groups with their different languages, different religions, different traditions, different customs, different cultures, different artifacts, different folklores, different laws, different morals. All those are not being any longer by the centralization and unitarization of the Nigeria policy system. And President Buhari is either that he's being misadvised or he's advising himself to imagine that those things are taken for granted and they must remain so. Those people who are cheated, who have been cheated over the years, those who have been discriminated against should not speak against this. And they call those ones hate speech. It's unfortunate. But Nigeria, whether we like it or not, the global community is moving on. Nigeria today is not the Nigeria of 1984 when it was a military dictator. But all that he has done thus far, even in his civil administration here, has not justified the confidence we supposedly wrongly deposed in him. By doing all that God gave us talent to do, to garner vote for him. All that he condemned while he was not in office is the kind of thing that he is doing right now in public office. And so, I'm not impressed by the speech. There's very little for me to take as something of importance in the entire thing. When he talks about vaccination, today, a country they claim to be 200 million people. He's talking about 5 million vaccines. What kind of society is this? Given the godly-given endowment of the Nigerian nation in terms of human and material resources. What are we talking about? Is it that, look, Denmark population is not more than that of three of our local government of Lagos. Denmark. To supervise our our waterways.
Denmark
That
wa
is
supervise
just talking about
waterways
now,
wa.
they are acquiring materials for the neighbor authority to be able to protect our own waterways.
Denmark.
Not up to 10 million people.
Denmark.
They are the ones who did that they did that from Nigeria over time. What kind of sense that? I'm not impressed.
All right, Panuku, President, you said
Some of us pay too much sacrifice for the current civilian governors in 9 days. We lay down our lives. We split our blood and our sweat. We were deprived of our liberties. We went to jail, detention. We slept in neutral cells. Some people were even martyred in the process. And what we are doing is currently out of reach. We are messing up the entire thing. Our thought was that if we succeeded in getting the military to go back to the barracks, those who will take over governance will be mindful of the level of poverty in our land, so that they will organize public policy that is capable of making life better for the ordinary man. But that's not what we are finding.
All right, Panuku, you obviously have said that you're not excited about the presidential broadcast this morning. But if you were in a position to advise the president, what issues would you have advised him to raise in today's broadcast?
Àwọn bàbá tó dá làwọn lè tó ń sòtítọ́ tẹ́rù ò bà.
Four lines
Ń ṣàwọn bàbá tó lè sọ̀rọ̀.
are fast expanding.
Well, how much I wish that it is a listening government. But in succession, the Nigerian states have been deaf, totally deaf to the new honest advice. First, they always get it wrong from the premise of saying Nigeria unity is non-negotiable. Its unity is non-negotiable. It's indissoluble. I must remind them. Nigeria was not created by God.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ ọ.
It was created by colonial master,
Ṣé ń gbọ́?
imperialists,
Ṣé ń gbọ́?
for their own political and economic interests.
Ṣé nǹkan tá a máa ń sọ lójoojúmọ́ kọ́ nìyẹn? Ẹ ṣé gan bàbá pa ayọ̀ Pádòkun.
Nigerians were not allowed to make a choice.
Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ ẹ pẹ́ fún wa bàbá.
They want to belong to Nigeria.
Ẹ ṣé gan bàbá.
And in any case, when the British utilized their gunpowder
Ṣé ń gbọ́?
to force into cohabitation,
Ṣé ń gbọ́?
these heterogeneous people
Ṣé ń gbọ́?
to be together in a geographical space called Nigeria,
Ṣé ń gbọ́?
there was a negotiated federal constitution. That federal constitution had been subverted, suspended, abrogated, and totally abandoned by the
I'm a
British.
Nigerian ọ̀dẹ̀ orí ẹ̀ ti gbálẹ̀.
And it had occasioned,
Britain ló create tó bá mọ̀.
injustice, unfairness, inequity.
Just thought maybe I should share my Sunday program with you.
It's
been a long weekend.
And I've done so before. The first thing to do is for him to listen to the reasonable voice
Kò ní listen.
of Nigerians,
He's a terrorist man.
ethnic nationality leaders
He's not going to
that
listen.
were the building blocks of Nigeria that the British coupled together.
Ṣé ń gbọ́ British couple together?
The federal constitutional governance.
Kò ní gbọ́ yẹn.
Let's go back
Àtẹ̀fẹ́ yẹn mọ́ nísìn.
because
Yorùbá nation la fẹ́.
the only legitimate constitution that we have. The 1999 constitution
Ṣé ń gbọ́?
remains a forgery.
Ṣé ń gbọ́?
It declared itself by saying, in starting, we the people. When that the constitution knows that Nigeria has never made it. Who are these we the people?
We are the
So it's a
people.
forgery.
It's a forgery.
And all the institutions organized under it therefore remains illegalities. So people like us are not impressed when you talk about what they are doing under the Nigerian constitution. Because even those who contested the election never knew under what law they were contesting.
Ṣé ń gbọ́?
It was not brought into operation until they were sworn in.
Everybody
So
knows this.
what I would advise
And
the
now they're
first thing
telling us
for
ká tó wá lọ fún election mi. No, political party close the shop election kankan mọ́ on that 1999 constitution election kankan mọ́.
We must return to a federal constitutional governance.
Àtẹ̀fẹ́ kankan tó jọ
Not in the
bẹ́ẹ̀.
manner of their own prescription, but by what was negotiated by the Nigerian the ethnic nationalities and their political leaders before we were granted independence. It was on the basis of that constitution that Nigeria secured its independence. Let me also say, for the option of time, that we have been lying to ourselves, lying to the international community that we are a federation when we are not.
We are not.
And they know it very much that they govern Nigeria unitarily and centrally. And let us be mindful of this. The constitution of which Nigeria became a member of the Committee of Nations. I'm talking about the United Nations.
United Nations.
Was the federal constitutional that was negotiated
in 1960.
all these military decrees
Ṣé ti gbọ́ nísìn?
in whatever form, inclusive of the one of 1979 and that of this 1999, which were military decrees in one form or the other.
Ọlọ́run ajẹ́ pẹ́ láyé bàbá ọ̀pádòkun Ọlọ́run ajẹ́ pẹ́ láyé kò ní sú gbogbo wa kò ní rẹ̀ wá nìkan wá ṣe election kọ́ election ni ẹ jẹ́ kó dìgbà yẹn náà bí a máa ṣe election bí a ní ṣe election àmọ́ nígbà yẹn.
To sit down together, resolve the national question. First of all, it is when we do that, then you can start thinking about any possibility of progress and development for Nigeria. As it is today, you know that we are underdeveloping this nation. We are not underdeveloping. We are underdeveloping because of the conduct of the military
underdeveloped
that subverted and subjugated the federal constitutional governance for a unitary.
ẹ kó gbogbo agbára fáwọsá àti fúlàní àwa tó kù àwa ń jẹ crumbs.
If you imagine that you can do what you did to us after Abela's election was annulled, and you imagine that there's a way by which you can pound down Nigeria again. If that is impossible, it's as the ostrich putting himself in the
The
sand.
country is just not going to work. It's different ethnic nationality ló wà nínú ẹ̀. Britain ló kó gbogbo àpapọ̀. Ó lè ní Britain for their own benefit dẹni kò sí fún benefit gbogbo wa. Benefit tí wọ́n ní.
The Nigerian state must be reminded of that fact that it is impossible to go back to the stone age where they rule and govern with might. It will not work any longer.
Happy Sunday to you.
All right, look at what part of his policy that have been very, very sectional is the fact that why he closed
Benin border. Ó wá sí border. Ó ṣí border ní north.
from Niger and the likes
It's open. Ntí Máyégún sì sọ lánàá nìyẹn. Mo wo Máyégún láàárọ̀ yìí.
of lifestyle.
Wọ́n ti border mọ́ wa.
Opportunity. Although you are not being sincere.
Of course, Nigeria is 61, and
It's not 61. Shut up. 61 she will.
How the country
It's a fake
has
country.
fared in the last 61 years since.
Ìlú tèmi ń gbé ló create Nigeria.
You have admitted that there are challenges, and of course, there are problems. Amid some achievements which the country has equally.
Which achievement?
Before
Ẹ̀mí mọ̀ pé lè ń parọ́ náà nínú anyway. Kàn ṣiṣẹ́ tiẹ̀ ni.
address a problem, you need to do some diagnosis.
Diagnosis
of the root
you.
causes.
You can't diagnose Nigeria. It's British creation.
Roots.
What root? What
Do you
root?
think that a proper foundation was laid for Nigeria's existence? Looking at all that happened.
What proper foundation ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀?
in 1956 to 1960 and after.
Mo ti gbé yín lọ sí Lancaster House. They had a meeting in 1957, 1958. Nígbà tó di 1959 tó ṣe election, Britain ló dá gbogbo ẹ̀rú. Britain ló gbé fáwúsá. Britain ló sọ pé àwọn ọlọ́pọ̀ jù. Ẹ jẹ́ agbọ́n kan tí bàbá fi sọ.
The British deliberately
Ṣé ń gbọ́?
skinned the terrible setting that we now have in our country.
ṣé ń gbọ́ ní tí Koiki máa ń sọ kọ́ nìyẹn all the time.
And what they did in their own country is what they have established in Nigeria.
ṣé ń gbọ́ wọ́n ní England, Wales and Scotland lọ́dọ̀ Mayegun.
Come to think of it, up to tomorrow, it's possible for you in Great Britain, in the United Kingdom of Great Britain,
ṣé ń gbọ́
it is possible for a Scot, a Welsh, an Irish to be prime minister. But power remains in England
ṣé ń gbọ́
because of the proportionate allocation of seats in the House of Commons. And that's what they did here. Before they left,
láyé Britain òyìnbó ò ní jẹ́ kí ọmọ Scottish jẹ́ prime minister Louis láyé ni mo sọ láyé.
section of the country.
And that's why wọ́n jẹ́ kí Gordon Brown kó di prime minister for the second term after tí ó gbé tí Tony Blair gbé fún mọ politics.
We they wanted to use why they were forced to grant token political
ẹgbàgbára fún
they
north.
wanted to rule through them. And that is the truth of the matter.
That's the truth.
Fact, as it will be clear from here, is that
And the same.
the Nigeria setting has a what skilled, lopsided national structure
ṣé bó ṣe rí kọ́ nìyẹn.
has enabled a sectional group
ẹ máa dárúkọ wọn bàbá àwọn Fúlàní ní àtàwùsá.
its members in the
Yeah, that's the reason why Scotland wants to leave. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni màmá mi.
Nigeria army
Ẹ máa gbọ́.
to be so sectionally controlled
By the north.
to the extent that they can ignore contemptuous
Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí bàbá yìí túbọ̀ pẹ́ fún wa. Ṣé rí bàbá bó ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀?
a Nigerian that was not of their own kind won a popular election.
Ṣé ń gbọ́?
People are known it as we,
Ṣé ń gbọ́?
and there's nothing anybody could do about it.
Because àwọn Haúsá ló pọ̀ jù nínú military wa àti Fúlàní.
The Nigerian setting was faulty from beginning.
From beginning by Britain.
They have refused to all efforts being made and appealed
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àti bàbá Akíntóyè
for us to right the thing,
tó ń ṣe àwọn bàbá òṣì kan tó fi sọ̀rọ̀.
justice and fairness.
Tọ́tún ní ká máa keep wọn Nàìjíríà ká máa restructure Nàìjíríà. Àwọn bàbá ìkà, àwọn bàbá tó ti àlákà, àwọn Igbo bàbá.
A piece of the graveyard. Through that, what we make, what advance Nigeria to be great.
Èyí tẹ́ wà ń lé ẹ lọ́ọ́ máa gbáradì.
When all Nigeria
Kò ní selection ni kẹ́ máa sọ fún wọn a selection kankan mọ́ pẹ̀lú gbogbo tẹ́tí gbọ́ tẹ́tí mọ̀ yìí lórí gbogbo platform.
today in Nigeria.
Ẹ ṣì ń dúró pé kí Koiki wá kí ó máa bọ̀ ń sálẹ̀ káwa mídíà wá sí sálẹ̀.
And they have been dictating who governs Nigeria. For them, they can extend baton of military coup d'etats
Ṣé ń gbọ́? Ṣé ń gbọ́?
without any inhibition, provided
Wọ́n nídìí Haúsá kankan wọ́n nídìí Yorùbá kankan kan tó ṣe kú torí àwọn lọ́pọ̀ jù níbẹ̀. We are in a serious problem. À ń sọ fún yín lójoojúmọ́ ṣe bóun ni bàbá ń sọ nísìn. Ṣàmà ní bàbá yòó mọ́ tó ń sọ tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá tẹ̀ believe Koikimedia. Torí ẹnu àwọn kan á máa wá rough. Mobile phone lásán la sọ pé kẹ́ bá wa rà àwọn kan kọ oríṣiríṣi comment. Ẹ ní kú rẹ̀ ẹ̀yin gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá kọ comment òṣì sórí orí fóònù yẹn. Ṣé fóònù ta lọ fi ṣe jẹ́ ń pọ́sì kìíní ẹ fún mi ní remote yẹn mọ́ ẹ̀. Where is the okay ó wà lọ́dọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ẹ ní sùúrù ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa. Lánàá a post fóònù wa pé fóònù tí a lọ fi ṣiṣẹ́ lánàá nínú òjò ó bàjẹ́. Àwọn olórí burúkú ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń kọ oríṣiríṣi comment. Ẹ ní sóríire gbogbo yín. Nínú òjò la wà níta ní for more than 3 hours. Fóònù ta fi ń ṣiṣẹ́. Ẹ fi pé àwọn pásálà fóònù tẹ́yìn lò ní à ń lò la fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ ni. You think it's just a normal phone. It's just a normal cheap phone. Tẹ́yìn fi ń ṣe tẹ́ fi ń follow àwọn politician yín. And they all keep coming down. This is a scam. This is a scam. This is not Koiki. I've told you, gbogbo tá bá gbé sórí Koikimedia is authorized by me, Olayomi Koiki. Ẹ fún mi ní phone yẹn. Please give me that phone on the table. Phone yẹn nísìn. Mo lè lò láti ìgbà tí mo ti wọlé lánàá nísìn. Látànà tí mo ti wọlé kò ṣeé lò. Àwa wí tán gbogbo yín wọ́n ní Koiki kọ́ ló fi síbẹ̀. Ó ti flat. Wá bá mi fi sínú charger díẹ̀ ṣẹ́rí ṣé ẹ wo fóònù yẹn ṣẹ́rí ṣé iṣẹ́ Yorùbá kọ́ la lọ fi ṣe ṣé iṣẹ́ tèmi ni mo lọ fi ṣe ṣéṣe Yorùbá kọ́ la lọ fi ṣe tí BBC bá jáde tí kámẹ́rà wọn bá bàjẹ́ ṣé ibi iṣẹ́ ò ní rà mí fún wọn tó jẹ́ company tá à ń san TV license fún ṣẹ́rí fóònù fóònù tá a ṣe ń san contract ṣé màá wá pe àwọn contract nísìn pé iṣẹ́ Yorùbá tí mo lọ ṣe fóònù yẹn ti jábọ́ o ẹ wá fún mi ní mi o can you see the phone àwa gbé sórí platform wa olórí burúkú wọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń kọ oríṣiríṣi comment àwọn tó ti ya wèrè and this is the phone tó ń feed gbogbo signal tí bá jáde because orí ilé gangan la ti ń ṣe internet tẹ fi ń rí gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀ ń wò ta fi ṣe gbogbo Independence Day níjọ́ Friday ṣé tí fóònù yóò bá ṣiṣẹ́ ṣé bá ṣe broadcast níjọ́ Friday ṣé kò dáa ṣé tó bá tẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ péjọ Friday now I cannot do anything on this phone mo lè ṣe nothing lórí ẹ̀ látànà I can't read message I cannot receive calls right ẹ wo and then they keep talking nonsense ẹ rò pé àmọ́ tá à ń ṣe ni so ẹ má tẹ̀ jẹ́ kí inú tẹ̀ bí mi láàárọ̀ yìí it's a scam it's a kìnnì kan scam you know I just don't understand you know some of the stupid àwọn buharidin pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kọ̀ọ̀kan anyway no the last time I rí lórí platform yẹn nìyẹn because tí bá ti ka comment yín lórí that particular section there's two things táwọn èèyàn fẹ́ gbọ́ tá bá ti gbé ọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu náà wá ẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa wá comment nonsense a máa block yín ni ẹ̀ ní wàá ìwà sórí platform yẹn mọ́ whether you even support Yorùbá tó bá ti ní sympathy pẹ̀lú wọn because àwọn Tinubu tó wà London nísìn àwọn bàbá tó pọ̀ nílé àtàwọn ìyá tó pọ̀ nílé there are so many of them tó ní the same problem tí Tinubu ní tí wọ́n ní ìwòsàn tí wọ́n ní àlàáfíà ó ṣe wá jẹ́ pé Tinubu nìkan ló lè ní opportunity yẹn ìṣèbí Èkó lòun gbé ló jẹ gọ́fìnà owó ṣe fix Èkó ntẹ̀tí ráyè tí ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ bàbá yìí díẹ̀ náà pé kíní dẹ̀ máa pẹ́ díẹ̀ so but ẹ jẹ́ ká máa enjoy ẹ lọ ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tí I have to just bó tẹ̀ ṣe rántí lókọ̀ tẹ̀ ṣe bí mi inú coming now this is a scam this is not Koiki this is not kíní kan nígbà tẹ́ pẹ́ lòmí ò wo broadcast àwọn tó wo broadcast yẹn they were I mention ẹ̀ nígbà tá à ń ṣe broadcast yẹn atẹ́gùn yẹn 3 hours ní gbogbo àwọn ta lọ ládàá yẹn òtútù yẹn kò tí kúrò lára látànà.
Must be willing to take their destiny into their own hands by insisting that we are.
Now tí tábà máa jáde nísìn kò ṣe pé àná àwọn phones mi ta lè lò láti fi gbé sínú ẹ̀ láti fi máa ṣe internet yẹn but every phone has its own capacity eléyìí ni mo fi ń stream lánàá normally mo tẹ̀ ń lò but lẹ́ẹ̀kankan I will just use it bátẹ́gùn ṣe gbé nìyẹn tó fọ́ gbogbo phone mọ́lẹ̀ now I cannot even receive any calls gbogbo messages a lè ka message a lè ṣe any transaction a lè ṣe anything lórí ẹ̀ ṣé tí bá máa lọ sí Scotland nísìn then máa láti wá phone mi another palasa phone kan tá máa wá fi sí that means I cannot do outdoor broadcast ẹ mọ̀ pé outdoor broadcast òun ló dangerous do anyway let's continue.
No one group made the real natives who have been on the ancestral ground for several thousands of years before the British colonial masters and imperialists.
ṣe ń gbọ́ Britain náà ṣáá ni.
To come and enslave us.
ṣe ń gbọ́.
And force us into cohabitation.
Can you imagine?
Remain suffocated.
Is that not the same thing tí gbogbo àwọn media ń sọ?
Nobody will ever remain silent when his rights are being trampled upon.
ṣe ń gbọ́.
Your rights you must fight for every day of your life. The day you stop fighting for your rights, your enemy is your oppressor. We see that as an opportunity to increase.
Ọlọ́run àbá fún bàbá yìí lálàáfíà.
And that's what's happening in Nigeria.
Did you hear that?
All right, Papaluku, I have seen and of course heard you and your contemporaries call for the return of Nigeria to the independence constitution.
Oh, thank you.
What makes that constitution so exciting for you? And do you think if that document is rejuvenated, can it address contemporary challenges in a 21st century Nigeria? In a 21st century. Certainly it will, with some amendments.
particularly having regard to the atrocities committed by the military over the years since they captured Nigeria in 1966.
No.
That constitution presupposes the existence of an heterogeneous people in the space called Nigeria with their diversities of language, of cultures, of tradition, of custom, of artifacts, of folklores, of laws and morals. All those should be given free rein. Remember, in that constitution, it enabled the religions then to govern themselves. The component units were the ones that donated powers to the central government, not the other way around. And there was fiscal federalism, which enabled the regions to be able to govern themselves without requiring any much going cap in hand to the central government. But by the military powers, the decrease
wọ́n fi military wọ́n fi bankan jẹ́ wọ́n wá kóra wọn wá as alágbádá the same Buhari tó ṣe jàmbá àti Babangida àti gbogbo wọn and so many other Yorubas and some Igbo tó wà láàrin wọn.
Each one of them are given between 55 to 60% of Nigerian resources
to the north.
To the central government. Each one of them, to the sense that the method decrease has populated almost 70 to 75% of Nigeria, the powers and influence of influence that normally reside with religions or the components in it to the central government. Today, the central government is in control of the totality of the lives of an average Nigerian. There's very little that you can do without the involvement of the central government. And that's why there's too much competition to run the federal government. There's too much money there, too much influence there.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ibẹ̀ ló ti ń kówó jẹ.
Powers there.
Ibẹ̀ ló ti ń kówó jẹ.
Which they have been using to our detriment.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Another thing that is critical.
Ìyẹn làwọn Haúsá ṣe lè wá kí Tinubu ní London.
Securities, especially
ẹ mọ èèyàn mélòó ẹ jẹ́ two percent. Ǹjẹ́ ẹ mọ èèyàn mélòó tí family ẹ̀ tó kọ́ ni kọ́ wá kí wọn nílùú yìí tí wọ́n ní bank statement tó dáa wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ tó dáa working even with the NHS wọ́n san tax nílùú yìí wọ́n lọ apply fún visa pẹ̀lú àwọn family wọn nílé wọn ò ní fún wọn ní visa àwítọ́ wọ́n kó visa fáwọn àwọn gàǹbàrí olórí burúkú tó fi jẹ gàba lórí àwọn bàbá wọn ìyẹn àwọn British burúkú yìí wọ́n fáwọn yẹn ní visa gbogbo wọn wá bí àṣà Oṣòdì ọ̀rẹ́ mi ó ní àti ní Madam Tusọ adẹ̀ ti ní Fada Tusọ ní Tinubu òun lọ́wọ́ wò London nísìn kò kúkú jìnnà síra wọn ẹ má bínú ìyẹn wa.
was afraid of the influence of the Nigerian police then, which was perhaps better trained, better equipped. They have totally subverted and disorganized that organization and make them subsidiary to the Nigerian army.
Now keep one Nigeria.
That until
àwọn ọ̀gbẹ́ Nàìjíríà wọ́n á ní kẹ́ máa keep one Nigeria àwọn tó dẹ̀ wà ń lé wọ́n máa sọ fún yín kẹ́ keep one Nigeria ẹ má dá wọn lóhùn ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ gbọ́ gbogbo òtítọ́ ẹ̀ kẹ́tí wá sọ pé ká lọ ṣe election 2023 kódà ìyàwó late Chief MKO Abiola sọ pé kò yẹ ká ṣe election 1999 so a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe lè tó ń bọ̀ láyé àti ṣe mistake for 20 years of this in the democracy tó ń parọ́ fún wa we must not allow it again.
they've always relied on the police intelligence department reports. So
ẹ mú Lady K sílẹ̀ torí ó ń sọ títọ́ ẹ mú Jamiu sílẹ̀ ẹ mú Nnamdi Kanu ẹ mú Sowore sílẹ̀ ẹ mú Chief Sunday Igboho sílẹ̀ kí ló ṣe torí à ń sọ pé afẹ́ òmìnira à ń campaign fún òmìnira.
to establish their own police force.
ẹni tó báyìí tí mọ̀ Nigeria on gunpowder ti di Dr. Victor Taiwo ó ti jáde lánàá wọ́n ti launch ẹ̀ lánàá.
A situation now where you have only one central police, they call it Nigerian police.
ṣé ń gbọ́ Nigerian police.
And they say if you allow for regional police or state police, it will be used. If the current Nigerian police not being misused by the federal government, by those who control it, they have done so severally. In recent times, they have done so. Look at what they did to Sunday Igboho's house.
Wo bàbá ẹ pẹ́ láyé.
How could that happen in many decent societies?
ṣé ń gbọ́ bàbá ẹ bá pàtẹ́wọ́ ẹ bá ṣe gbòsàgbòsà fún bàbá yìí.
For the liberty of his people. Kill people. Don't have so many things in that place. Without the purpose.
ṣé ń gbọ́.
And you are claiming that he has not found some people who are sponsoring them. Look, in any decent society, you must accept.
Thank you very much, Mama mi Liz Dada. Ẹ ṣe gbòsà fún bàbá yìí.
Self-determination is the anthem of this millennium.
Thank you. Thank you, Baba.
People will not stop agitating. Because this is supposed to be a joint
ẹ
project.
pàtẹ́wọ́ fún bàbá yìí.
Nigerian project is supposed to be owned by all of us.
ẹ jẹ́ kí n rìn wáìnì bẹ̀rẹ̀ kí n wá dá kẹ́kẹ́ gbọ́ dáadáa sí. Ó ní self determination nìyẹn títí láyé ni àní stop until tá a máa fi gba Yorùbá nation gbogbo ló máa pín.
For the liberty of his people. Kill people. Don't have so many things in that place. Without the purpose. And you are claiming that he has not found some people who are sponsoring them. Look, in any decent society, you must accept the reality. And like I said, self-determination is the anthem of this millennium. People will not stop agitating because this is supposed to be a joint project. The Nigerian project is supposed to be owned by all of us, but we are not joint owners today. A section has captured it to their own undue advantage, and they are misusing the whole or the levers of power to the detriment of the other nationalities. And they want us to keep silent. We will not keep silent. All right.
Sori wọ́n tó ń kọ́mẹ́ǹtì lórí YouTube yẹn bàbá ẹ̀ ló lè bàbá ẹ̀ òun ló lè mò ń bọ̀ wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ó yẹ nísìn mò ń bọ̀ I can see you Koiki the traitor àwọn family ẹni traitor ọmọ àlè àwọn tí Fúlàní ti jẹ́ pé Fúlàní ló bá ìyá ẹ̀ sùn tó fi bí ẹ mò ń bọ̀ wá deal pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ nísìn lórí YouTube I can see you there túbọ̀ máa comment o family ẹ̀ àtàwọn bàbá ẹ̀ àtàwọn tó wà nílẹ̀ àwọn ló lè mò ń bọ̀ wá bẹ́ẹ̀ nísìn mò ń bọ̀ kù díẹ̀.
We've been looking at Nigeria at 61, and of course, elder statesman Pa Ayo Opadoku, who served as the National Secretary of the National Democratic Coalition, NADECO, which coordinated the struggle against military rule after the annulment of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, has joined me this morning to look at progress and challenges as Nigeria marks her 61st independence anniversary. Pa Ayo Opadoku, just hang in there. We'll go on a short break.
Okay.
We'll return.
While they are going on a short break, mo ń bá wa díẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ ló lè owó bàbá ẹ̀ ta jí wàá sọ ọmọ àlè Yorùbá ṣé Fúlàní ló bá yẹ ẹ̀sùn tó fi bí àbí ṣe pé tí Fúlàní ò bá yẹ ẹ̀sùn ni ìwà wá sórí platform wà máa kọ kọ́bọ̀kọ́bọ̀ sórí ẹ̀ lórí YouTube mo ń bọ̀ wá dé pẹ̀ níbo ni fóònù mi di adáwọn ni ẹ̀dá bọ́lọ́wà. Anyway, so let's fast forward this and then we'll go advert yín ẹja padà sórí ẹ̀.
I'm saying, yeah.
All right.
By the grace of God.
All right. Your advocacy for the return to the independence constitution.
Bàbá wọ̀ ní fún ní independent constitution.
Restructuring. Now, Ayo Opadoku, in restructuring Nigeria, or in this advocacy for the restructuring of Nigeria, what kind of structure are you looking at exactly? Should we return to the regional system of government which we had in the First Republic, or are you looking at a situation where the various component units, the states as they are currently, should be independent?
first, if the Nigerian state is sincere about it, our preference is that the ethnic nationalities that constitute the building blocks upon which Nigeria was constructed should be invited to sit down. They will come with the independence constitution. They will look at the eventual negative atrocities that the Nigerian army had made on that constitution. Starting from the balkanization of the Nigerian geographical space into a viable unit. Africa can use that 5 states in Nigeria today can pay their bills. They will look at that and then decide as to the best manner of getting Nigeria into the component units that can serve the current modern system. And the best approach is for us to go at the linguistic configuration as recommended, as found out in Belgium, in Germany, in Czechoslovakia, and other places, almost about 9 different countries of the world. Their federal constitutional governance are based on linguistics. Look at the German scenario. It's all based on that. In the case of Canada, it's equally based on ethnic linguistic basis. Not the Nigerian setting, where today
the link to the interview is on AIT Kakaki.
and originally too, balkanize ethnic groups into different so-called viable states. The Yoruba people are not been broken into Kogi and Kwara states. So they minorize majority groups. The Igbo people are now broken into about 5 different states. Also, the Boris are now broken into about 2 or 3 different states. Niger, Federal Capital Territory, Kaduna. The Nubes are broken into Kwara, Niger, and some parts of Federal Capital Territory. All to minorize these people. Those are the kind of things that we must take care of. The Nigerian state must be ready to do the right thing. We must return to that consciousness that Nigeria was not given on a platter of gold. And the current civilian governance that we are experiencing since 1999 was not secured on the platter of gold. So of us, like I said, we went through hell, we laid down our lives for it. It has to be better managed. And to manage it well, you must invite those ethnic nationalities for us to sit down. To see how we can configure it. I'm not impressed by the attitude of some of these characters from a section of the country who imagine that we must take all that the military use, all the atrocities that the military have done, we must take it for granted as given. All right, we take that come back, but we take it from there. I don't accept that. As we begin to wind down this conversation, there are people, or there's a section of this country that still feels so hurt about that first military coup in 1966. There's also another section of this country that feels so bitter about the aftermath of the Nigerian Civil War, which lasted for 3 years between 1967 and 1970. Papa Duku, what do we do at this point in time to forge that much needed national?
That's the only way out. Olukaluku
researching my submission on that because it's a critical matter. I will start with the first question. What if the Nigerian army did not stage a violent military insurrection against the democratic government of Alhaji Tafawa Balewa? What would have been the state of Nigeria today? The Nigerian army, the politicians in military uniform that staged that insurrection exhibited sectional impulse that at the end of the whole exercise, only people from two parts of the country were eliminated in that violent military uprising of January 15, 1966. And it led to a revenge coup in July 1966. The consequence has been that it is the military, the Nigerian army, that had subverted, undermined the Nigerian state. All the hopes and the aspirations of the Nigerian people have been subverted since then till today. And Nigerian army is as in the manner of any military taking. When they conquer a territory, all the resources, human and material resources of such an environment they captured belong to them as part of the spoil of war. The Nigerian nation has become part of the spoil of war of the Nigerian army. And I just say, I don't consider them as Nigerian army because at its formation, it was known and recognized as Asa Constabulary. And there were just three slaves that were captured. Now, each time, for their own selfish and devilish desire.
And that's what they've been doing Latin 1966.
Have misbehaved, so they are taking power to restore Nigeria to the part of sanity.
Abacha ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, Babangida ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, Buhari ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, Ọbásanjọ́ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀.
When Nzogu was going to address the nation, he said they were trying to leave Nigeria of 10% of politicians. All right, what's the percentage that they take to that today? Definitely. I was confess to you.
Jẹ́ kí bàbá sọ̀rọ̀ tán kó tó ṣọ̀tẹ̀.
That has undermined Nigeria and they must recognize that.
All right, Papa Doko.
Ọtí gbé bàbá lọ jẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́. Anyway, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́. I think we've been able to enjoy. You can watch the replay again. It's on Kakaki on AIT. It was done on the 1st of October. I still have quite a lot of things I'm still watching. I'm reading quite a lot of messages. It's been a very long 72 hours. Lati almost on Thursday, títí di àná. No retreat, no surrender. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, inshallah, lórúkọ Jésù. By this time next week, we should be shouting, Nigeria must come down in Glasgow. And tó bá lè pàdé wa níbẹ̀, fair enough. Tẹ́ bá lè pàdé wa, be rest assured that Koikimedia will be bringing a transmission with Mayegun and the rest of the people that will be coming as well. I'm sure some of the Biafras are coming as well. So it's going to be a very beautiful Sunday afternoon. We are already preparing on behalf of Koikimedia. We'll be traveling, down there so that we can bring that transmission back to everyone. Worry. Àwa máa dí pẹ̀lú wọn dáadáa ní bíbá. Ẹ ṣáà máa fún wa ní intelligent, especially when you are aware that they are travelling. Ẹ̀ ń bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́ ni driver ni ẹni ó gbé wọn dé airport. Ìwọ ṣáà pé Koikimedia pé bàbá ó ti wà lórí flight màá lọ pàdé ẹ̀ ní airport. Just like we did with Tinubu yesterday. And you can see that they already released a statement that Tinubu is doing physiotherapy. Do you know how many people wants to do therapy in Nigeria and they cannot do the same thing? About the next week, this time next week, we'll be back again.
What to appreciate Pa Ayo?
Welcome, appreciate Baba. I know appreciate you, Baba. I'm okay one if we restructuring and I love the man. He was very frank about it. You cannot deny self-determination. He talked about Chief Sunday Igboho. He talked about Nnamdi Kanu. And this is the kind of thing we want. I understand some of us are very skeptical when it comes to the Biafra and all that, but like I always say, when we get to the final destination, so but for now, let us continue to do the acclamation. Let us continue to tell the world the injustice and the atrocity that is being done on us. We are still uploading some of the images, the pictures. Make use of them. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mọ bá ṣe lè add méjì papọ̀ náà pictures yẹn tẹ́ máa gbórin lé lórí èyí tèmi mọ̀ lèmi ti ń ṣe. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé brains pọ̀ ẹ lè fi so many things ṣe with your phones. Ẹ copy àwọn pictures yẹn ẹ gbé nǹkan lé lórí ẹ multiply ẹ jẹ́ kó káàkiri. Ìyẹn la ṣe máa ń ṣe tẹ́ bá rí pé Koikimedia each time we go out I'm always doing a lot of short videos, and the reason why we do those short videos is to make sure that you know, it is very easy for ẹni kò ní access láti wo long stretch 4 hours video. Tẹ́ bá lọ sórí Koikimedia láàárọ̀ yìí, I've uploaded more than 20 short videos. Ẹ̀yin náà wá download ẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí ẹni tí kò tí mọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kó mọ̀. Have a very good afternoon. If I'm not too tired, we'll be having our late night broadcast sometime. Mo tẹ́ mọ̀ bí a máa yegun tẹ̀ wà on lẹ́nìí because I've not seen him at all. You know, Mayegun General. So this time next week, Sunday sermon. Ọ̀dọ̀ Mayegun Latin lọ ṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run kọ́lọ́run kò ṣe wá di next week. Let's see. So let me see. I'm not sure if Mayegun is on. Let's clear this. Because you know, I sit down at home and I watch quite a lot of programs, especially the one that relate to us, because knowledge is very, very powerful. So, you know, you keep learning. Anyway, let me let everybody go. Happy Sunday. We love you all on behalf of Koikimedia, and we continue to say no retreat, no surrender. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ jáde wá níjọ́ Friday àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá wa wò náà láti Nigeria and all over the world. You know, I say have a very good afternoon. Bye for now.